Hello and benvenuto to Life's Questions and Lessons. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so grateful that you are here with me today. This podcast is unedited because life is unedited. Now let's get started with our first question. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? So I've been experiencing chronic pain in different parts of my body for the majority of my life, unfortunately. I'm not sure if we've talked about this on the podcast, mainly because it's not a fun topic. It causes me a lot of frustration and irritation. And yesterday was one of the worst days. My chronic pain is in different places, but primarily it's in my lower stomach and in my upper stomach. So right behind my rib cage, kind of below where that soft part of your upper belly is. Or if you have abs, good for you, that where your first start of your abs are. And yesterday was really bad, and the night before I was tossing and turning, and it was just really bad. And I'm back, in the swing of going to hospitals and making appointments to try to figure out, what's going on. So one, I wanted to bring this question to the podcast because whenever my pain resurfaces, because it does go away, but it always comes back. Whenever my pain resurfaces, one of the first questions I ask myself is, why is this happening? And even if you don't experience chronic pain, there's probably something in your life that just really frustrates you. And maybe it's something that keeps coming back. Maybe it's something that comes back in different ways, but there's something that you just don't understand. And so I thought that this would be a really helpful way to, talk through it and explore this question. As I'm exploring it for myself, one thing that comes from having chronic pain, especially when you've gone through, different doctors and different hospitals and different tests, it's very draining. And I live a very healthy lifestyle, plant-based for the most part. I eat lean protein, when I do have protein. I exercise, I work out. I know you've heard about that. And so there's a lot of kind of why me. And what has helped in the past and what has helped today really get through that is understanding that everything happens for a reason. And though I don't know what the reason is in the moment, I know that there is a reason. So I usually let myself kind of give myself a little pity party. So like, why is this happening? And really question why. And after I kind of come out of my spiral and get back to reality, another question I should say that helps is, what can I be grateful for through this? What can I be grateful for through this? So for me, this is through this pain. So I think about, how bad the pain could be. I think about, what else I could be going through. I think sometimes when we're in a really bad situation, whether it's related to pain, physical pain or emotional pain, we forget that it could be worse. And one thing that I notice, even having this podcast and really having conversations that end up on the podcast, is for a lot of people, it is worse. So when I ground myself in, okay, what do I have to be grateful for through this pain? For me, it's the fact that one, it does go away. So though it comes back, it does go away. So there is some relief there. Two, it's not always severe. So the levels of severity, change. Sometimes it's very manageable. It's more like discomfort. It also is not accompanied by, a fatal illness. I can go down and down the line. So I just wanted to bring this to the podcast to let you know, one of the biggest reasons I have this is to show you that we all struggle. I want to share my struggles with you so you know that you're not alone, and also so that you understand that every day is not going to be awesome. I'd say there are definitely moments throughout the day, even when you're going through something really challenging, that there is light. but it's okay to not be okay. So those are the questions I had on my heart today. As always, thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening to my words. And if this episode was helpful for you, so if you know someone who's experiencing pain or going through a tough time, whether that's emotionally or physically, please share this, because if it was helpful for you, it will probably be helpful for them as well. And until next time, take care.